Wow, thank you. My name is Frank Johnson. About 20 years ago, my wife Cheryl read me a book. And those of you who know Cheryl know that she is still reading me books. Well, this book had a huge impact on our financial life, on our personal finances. Through this book, we learned how to live on what we made. Over a couple of years, we paid off our credit card debt. We put enough in savings so that we could live for 6 months without an income. I was selling residential real estate at the time, and 6 months between commissions wasn't all that uncommon. We did this while continuing to tithe at whatever church we were attending at that time. We never looked at tithing as an option. That was just our commitment to the church. Our generosity started when we went beyond our tithe. And I think this attitude we had toward tithing developed because we were both raised in churches, and we knew the commitment it took from people just like us to keep a church alive. A church has to live on what it makes, its gifts. My dad was a Methodist minister here in Texas, and I had planned to follow in his footsteps. Cheryl was a cradle Catholic in Kentucky. She went to convent school and was considering becoming a nun until she read the fine print. Well, who knows? If she hadn't read that fine print, the Cardinals might be considering her for Pope this week. Our date of change, the first day we came to the Cathedral of Hope, was September the 17th, 2006. We came to hear Bishop John Shelby Spong preach. We stayed for both services, and we were just blown away that there was a church who could pull together a full orchestra for the bishop's attendance. We came back the next Sunday to see the real church and have been here ever since. The Reverend Dr. Taylor always prays for us to find a cause that we can live into. And we have found that cause here. And why? It's because the church has a commitment to ministry. The great preaching, the great music, the orchestra every week, the staff, the facilities, and you, a committed and generous congregation, all support this commitment to ministry. Page 19 in the weekly lists over 40 ministries, and I believe that this church is ready to increase its commitment to ministry. And the only way the church can is if I can, and if you can, increase our generosity and our commitment to this church. It will continue to then make a difference in lives around the world. Our first offering today is our commitment to continuing these ministries. And our second offering today, coming from our generosity, is for improving and completing the upgrades to the media ministry. Now, in addition to the higher quality productions that we'll see, one of my favorite results of this generosity will be our ability to see the Latino worship services on the internet. Can you imagine the impact that our own Padre Alejandro will have on the lives in Spanish-speaking countries around the world? And just to see Padre on my computer when I'm traveling, wow. I might even have to learn Spanish. As we continue our worship, let us now receive our tithes, our offerings, and our generosity. Thank you.